This channel does not promote any violent, harmful, or illegal activities. All content provided by this channel is meant for an educational purpose only.
Yes. My Lord, will kindly turn to this. Port Trust is the petition before my Lord. Lord, we want, my Lord, to get our own land where, my Lord, the structures are there, all become dilapidated, and it may cause public injury. Therefore, we want to, my Lord, demolish and rebuild. Kindly first turn to page 49. This was a letter addressed to the Deputy Commissioner of Police Port Division, seeking them to vacate our premises, which they were allowed to occupy for the police business. We kindly come to para 2. The buildings at Taratala Colony are in very, very bad shape and appears to be unsafe condition for human habitation. Therefore, it has been decided by port authorities that those dilapidated buildings should be demolished and the land be used for alternative purpose. Accordingly, it is requested to kindly vacate the occupied quarters in block number so and so and hand over vacant possession to Port Trust. Then I have also written to the Power School. They were occupying our land. The next page, I am not detaining my Lord with that same letter. Then page 51, letter to the officer in charge. Ramaprasad Mukherjee quarter complex at Taratala had been inspected and it was observed that structures in the quarter complex are dilapidated, beyond repair and unsafe for human habitation. In this regard, sketch maps of the areas showing in the red border and photographs are enclosed herewith for reference. Considering the precarious and dangerous condition of the building, which may lead to loss of human life, officials have requested those unauthorized occupants to vacate those buildings on several occasions. But they pay no heed to such warnings. Such illegal encroachment is also causing considerable concern for safety and security of the property. If any accident or untoward incident took place in the premises, authorities should not be held responsible in any way. But these are the complaint made. The map is annexed. I am not troubling, my Lord. Then kindly will I turn to page 55. Sorry, 56. Now, this we write to the municipal commissioner requesting for removal of relocation of slums and hutments from the land and quarter areas belonging to Shamaprasad Port. And this letter was also received by them. Then the police writes to us. Kindly turn to page 57. Police pilot writes to us. This is from Shushanto Kundu, Taratala Police Station. He is the officer in charge. To the chairman of the port, subject urgent repairing of quarters, buildings and removal of encroachments located at backside of Taratala Police Station. This is to bring to your kind attention that the critical condition of the quarters, buildings located just at the backside of Taratala Police Station. These quarters are in a dilapidated state and there are encroachment huts just in front of the buildings. Admitted, Lord, they say encroachment huts. The buildings are in urgent need of repair to prevent any potential accident or loss of life of the people living in those encroached huts. Attached here with photo and video of the building, concrete slabs are falling down on regular basis from buildings. I would appreciate if you could look into this matter urgently and take necessary steps. Then we write back to the officer in charge. And then we also write them at page 59. 59. Okay, 59. Then kindly Lordship need not read the others because they are repetition of other things. Then the concluding paragraph, you are again requested. Remove those unauthorized occupants from the aforesaid premises and restore peace and order in the neighborhood. Now, this is our concern. If necessary, a joint encroachment removal drive may be carried out in this regard. This matter is most urgent and your prompt action is required. Similar letters. Then kindly come to page 62. The officer in charge writes back to the chairman saying, this is to inform that this PS is unable to provide security arrangement at this short notice due to heavy law and order commitment. Lord, then that was, my lord, on the eve of Eid celebration. Therefore, they said so. Now I have also annexed, my lord, the photographs. The question is, my lord, we. Now, yes, well, this is very interesting. On kindly turn to page 63. But when we were in operation, they were all physically assaulted. Even the police was also assaulted. In reference to the mail dated so at page 63, the undersigned visited at your office around 3 p.m. and requesting you for police assistance as per the mail. After discussing the matter with you, it was decided that SAPK officials will attend the site for joint inspection along with the concerned SI. During the joint inspection, some local hooligans created a mob and provoked them to attack SMKM officials. Accordingly, mob done the same and SPK officials were injured badly. In this connection, the SI of the concerned AEM, Dhruvyajyoti Biswas, was at the site. Somehow SI saved us and protection in this in full capacity. But the situation was out of control and maximum so-and-so was injured badly with PSU. Therefore, you are requested to give protection. Now, I have annexed this photograph. I am not on that. But admittedly, my lord, now kindly see, my lord, time to page 70. See the condition of the building and see the forceful occupation by some outsiders, my lord, creating a hard type of situation. They were not there ever. Lord, all photographs annexed, Lord, should just have a glance to it. This creates dangerous situation.
For orders matter, I'll call. Up to item number 34, I will call after this. Up to 34. No motion. Only for orders.
Now, my lord, pursuant to leave granted by this honorable court, affidavits were filed. Affidavit on behalf of respondent 7 to 13 and respondent 7 to 17. Anyway. No. Now kindly see below the documents which they have annexed. This is very interesting. In the affidavit this is the affidavit of Mr. Avadesh Shaw.
Mr. Bhattacharya, come to page 77. Page 77.
77
of your registration. There was an earlier order already. Why are you coming again?
No, this is with respect to a different place, and that was executed.
This is for a different place.
That was executed. They preferred appeal. Appeal court also dismissed their appeal. I have cited these two similar order.
This is not respect of the same place.
Not same place. That was not we are constructing an hospital. They were forcefully occupying. This order was passed. Similar orders are passed by this court from time to time. Now, large area of port property are in illegal occupation. And now, in fact, I can tell you, Lordship, this conversation which had the chairman met the municipal honorable mayor. Now, we have also said that we can offer a piece of land, you build a hut for them. But why don't you give assistance which is necessary to get our premises vacated and develop it? It's a public property. There's no private individual. Right? And what is their right they are trying to establish? Prima facie, though they don't have any right. Kindly see they have annexed the other cards. Now, see the other card, one Sanjay Rajwar. He says the address is 37 Taratula CPT colony.
Which one you are reading, sir?
Now, I am reading the affidavit of Mr. Shaw.
Shaw, yes.
Mr. Avadesh Shaw. His own other card shows he has described his address as 37/7 Taratula CPT colony.
This is what address? This address?
CPT colony. They show a CPT colony.
No. This address for which you are wanting eviction is
this area. I have annexed the map. Your Lordship kindly see, Millard. It's a vast area.
Yeah, page 24.
Which is described in the map event. And then next person, Millard Sanjay Shaw, he also says 37 Taratula CPT colony. But if they say they have address in CPT colony, then they can say that they are Chopri owners. Or they have shelter in Chopris. And one interesting part kindly takes up the affidavit of the other gentleman. This is affidavit of. Now,
no, in your reply, how have you recognized them actually?
We said complete outsider, trespassers. Because somebody will not showing his address in Aadhaar card does not show. Kindly see the affidavit of Leela Devi Bhagat. It's very interesting.
But they are not coming within that 1971 Act.
Well, they would not. The judgments who are rank outsiders. But they are not the persons who are occupying initially with authority. Subsequently, that authority has now come to an end. Occupying, then they would come under this. And kindly interesting, kindly sees the affidavit of that lady, page 9. It's very interesting disclosure. This is at page 9 to the officer in charge, Taratara Police Station. Application lost due to fire at Taratara KPT colony on 10th February 2025. And this FIR is lost on, not FIR, GD entry on 24th February 2025. What do they say? My Lord will be pleased to find in the list of documents which mention bank passbook, Bank of Baroda and Post Office passbook, husband death certificate, employee of Kolkata Port Trust, and husband, all relevant documents, Kolkata Port Trust, all documents. Therefore, I request you to please lodge the general diary. But if he is an employee of the Kolkata Port Trust, he was allotted quarters, he cannot claim that he is a Jupiter dweller. And the another one, my Lord, the GD filed by another gentleman, Nand Kishore, at page 15. No, that's what I have missed, page 11.
11 I've seen.
Page 11, Milord, died on 21st February. This is to bring on kind notice that I, Hiralal Bhagat, so and so residing at Taratala CPT colony number 1, gate block number 37/7, Jhopri. I lost my bank passbook and Behala branch of United Bank of India. Aadhaar card fire on so and so. Taratala number 1, gate Jhopri near Sabji Mandi. These people have not all rank outsider. I have no quarrel with them, but this public property has to be restored for public use. And my legal position, as I submit, this court has passed similar orders which your lordship has seen, annexed in the writ petition. And the orders of the both Kerala High Court, it's not necessary because our court had passed similar orders. This is 2023 SCC Online, Kerala 1371. Paragraph 3. The Public Premises Eviction of Unauthorized Occupants Act is an enactment for eviction of unauthorized occupants of public premises. This postulates that the occupant, but for termination, is deemed to have a relationship of that between the public authority and the occupant. For example, if he is an occupant of a room in GCDA by of a lease or license, the example I was giving, if his dual relationship comes to an end by invoking the provisions of the contract or the provisions of law, he can only be evicted by invoking the Public Premises Eviction Authorized Act. Here, petitioner is a rank trespasser who trespassed into common area. He has no resemblance of possession of interest either as a lessee or licensee. He continues to use common areas and is bent on to seek assistance of law to protect his illegal use of public premises. Then the court rejects. And the next one is judgment of this division bench judgment by Allahabad High Court. Paragraph 18. Petitioners cannot be permitted to dictate the terms of the remedy to be chosen by the respondents for evicting them. They cannot explain their desire as Bhishma Pitamaha and explain to Arjuna that he would die only if Shikhandi comes as a chariot companion. There the choice was divine, but the present case is governed by the man-made laws which do not extend any such benevolence. Then my lord will kindly skip over. This is the judgments of the courts are discussed. Then paragraph 22. About the maintainability which was issued raised there, discusses the court. Here also with the same issues raised. Then kindly turn to paragraph 30. While deciding the matter, the court has to keep in mind the public policy. The common law doctrine of public policy can be invoked wherever an action affects offends the public interest or where harmful result of permitting the contract in terms of injury to the public at large is evident and undisputable as such a contract is hit by section 23 so and so. Then this point was taken. Then 35. Undoubtedly a person who has wrongfully been deprived of his property or is likely to be deprived of his title for protection of law and also for restitution of the property before all others, a spolitus debt ante amine restituit But the question is that this maxim applies only to a person who is wrongfully deprived of his property or is likely to be deprived of. In the instant case, next paragraph, the petitioners do not claim that the property belonged to them. The learned counsel for them has admitted that they have encroached upon the public land. A person alleging his own infamy cannot be heard at any forum. What to talk of a writ court, as explained by the legal maxim so and so. If the petitioners have committed a wrong in occupying a public land, they cannot be permitted to take the benefit of their own wrong. In view of the above, the law can be summarized by paragraph 39, that a person who is in possession of a public land must show his title, and in absence thereof, he cannot claim a right to retain the possession or choose the mode of his eviction. Law protects his right of not throwing away by force and nothing beyond it. The public interest is supreme. While considering such a case, the court must keep in mind the public law. But in this background, what we must say that eviction, we will not carry out the eviction. But the police has to maintain the larger law and order issue. When we are carrying out the eviction by our own means, the outsiders come, they punch upon it, create law and order situation. That's the basic duty of police. Therefore, why not will be pleased to pass similar in nature, passed by this court, which was taken to appeal, and appeal was also dismissed. Page 77. This was the order of the court, and it was taken to appeal by the occupants. Appeal ta kothay? Appeal kono interim order deyni. Justice Shibal Ganam dismiss korlo that we ordered this. Dismiss kore. Kintu kono stay order. Kotha sheta kothay? Sheta neyi. Well, these are my issues,
But may I appear for some of the occupiers in the premises? But first thing is that my learned senior friend wants eviction through a writ petition. But Lordship is aware that nobody can be evicted without due process of law, even a trespass.
Not today. I've got to take up 4 orders. Monday you come.
I'll come.